talk
Yeah, shout out Mile High Minute. Appreciate you coming to Chicago and rocking with me.
Oh yeah, that's love, man. Appreciate you.
It's Cowboy the Wild Boy checking the in. You watching Mile High Minute.
Mile High Minute, man.
Mile High Minute up. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Mile High Minute, man. I know it's going down, man.
Damn, yo,
Tell
shout out
what
Mile
it
High
is.
Minute, bro.
Mile High Minute, man. Like I told y'all, man, tap in.
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe today. We're live with a very special guest, man. Here in Illinois, man. Billy, how's it going, bro?
What's up, man? How's it going? Shout out you for all the way from Denver coming out to Chicago.
I appreciate that. That's love, man. I got some family out here and been listening to the music out here and watching the videos and paying attention to the scene for a while. So it's just a blessing to be out here, you know what I'm saying, and be able to meet up with, other creative minds like you and shit. So I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, man. So
I'm originally from the west suburbs.
Okay.
And then, I grew up out there most of my life, and then I lived in the south side.
Okay. How did you start getting into making videos? What were kind of your hobbies growing up?
I was really into skateboarding and stuff like that. So really the reason why I really ended up picking up a camera and starting to shoot videos and stuff was because I was making skateboarding videos with my friends when I was younger and stuff. And then people, my friend from school, his brother asked me if I would make a music video for them, and it just kind of grew from there.
Yeah. That's dope. Were you playing any other sports besides skating, or?
No, not really. When I was younger, a lot younger, I would play baseball and stuff. But All
right, 2 questions. Were you more vert or street skater?
I was more street skate, flat bars,
I like street too. Yeah.
Boxes, stuff like that.
So you didn't like bulls and stuff like that?
No, it was so many times that I fell off the top of a mini ramp or out of the bowl. And stuff. It was just
facts.
Yeah.
What was your best trick? You think you can land?
My best trick? I don't know what my best trick was. I wasn't really too great. I could do maybe a pop shove at 5-0 or some shit. I
was more on some fun shit,
I wasn't too great at it, but I could kick flip, heel flip, pop shove it, all that, grind.
That makes sense.
Stuff, yeah.
Cubs or White Sox?
White Sox. I always like the White Sox better.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you still cheer for the Cubs though?
Yeah, I still go to Cubs games. I've been to a lot of Cubs games in my life and stuff. Cubs games are fun. It's really in Chicago. The Cubs games are way different than the Sox games.
How so?
Because at every Cubs game, the stadium will be filled, packed, damn near no seats empty.
Yeah.
And in the White Sox, it'll be you'll look up and there'll be 100 empty seats in a section and stuff like that.
Because it's a big. It seems like the White Sox stadium's way bigger.
Yeah, it is bigger. And the White Sox, the thing about the White Sox stadium is it's got the better food too.
Oh, okay.
People don't really know about that, but the White Sox stadium has good food. But it's I think it's also the environment around the White Sox stadium versus Wrigley Field. It's around Wrigley Field, it's all restaurants, bars, places to go and stuff.
And it's a stamp, that field is so old.
Yeah, it's a classic, but around the White Sox field, it's really kind of residential. There's houses.
Right, yeah.
There's only a couple restaurants in the walking vicinity and stuff. So I feel that's kind of also what attracts more people to the Cubs game is the after and before environment as well.
Yeah. No, I seen both parks today for the first time, and I can see what you mean by that because the Cubs area there's no parking. It was crazy. It looks dope though. I think I might go to a game tomorrow if I.
The Cubs game?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I've been to 30 Rockies games.
I think right now it's only at 25% capacity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
That makes sense. Okay, so you were skating a lot growing up. You said you were playing baseball a little bit.
Yeah.
About how old were you when you got introduced to rap music and or like just videography in general?
I mean, I always listened to like rap music while I was skateboarding, like 3 6 Mafia, stuff like that.
Yeah, what kind of music were you listening to growing up?
I listened to a lot of different stuff, like punk rock, 3 6 Mafia, a lot of 3 6 Mafia. They were really my favorite.
Okay.
And yeah, like Lil
Well,
Wayne, regular stuff too.
Were you listening to like Chicago artists growing up too?
Really, I got more into Chicago music during like the internet craze, I guess you would say, when it started becoming more accessible and more people became aware about it, you know?
Basically, yeah, when it blew up, really.
Yeah, like when it started to really gain traction on the internet, like, and people were talking about it at school and stuff, like, and then you was like kind of listen to it, and yeah, like during that time of like Keith and King Louie coming up and stuff, like.
Okay. So you were just listening to it before you ever started like shooting videos and stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say I listened to it before I started shooting videos.
Okay. Who was the first artist you shot a video with, or what was that first video and how long ago was it?
I mean, it was with my friend from school's older brother, and it was like probably I was like 18 at the time, somewhere around there.
So that's when you started, like.
Yeah,
So
like I mean,
been?
I guess I would say like that's the first time I did a music video, but I didn't really start taking it seriously till like a couple years down the line. I did a couple here and there and stuff like that. But
how long have you been doing like videography?
I would say really, like I guess if you say from like from the times I was recording skateboarding videos from like the time I was 15 and stuff, but like not always the same direction with everything.
Right. How long have you been doing videography for like rappers and rap music videos and stuff like that?
Like really seriously, probably like taking it seriously, probably for like the last 5 years.
Okay, so it's a process.
Yeah.
Would you say it was like slow at first, like when you first started out grinding?
I would say it was slow for a long time, long time.
Before you
like,
got like really started getting.
Before you start getting steady work that flows in. Like it's always like gets a little bit faster paced over time, but like at the same time, it's not always fast paced. Like it wasn't always from the start fast paced.
Okay, that makes sense. What would you say was your first like major placement as far as a music video, or like that moment where you're like, wow, this is real, like you're actually blowing up and starting to make money and get noticed around the city and stuff like that?
It was really a point like when I really started to shoot videos more with like Lil Chris and Duck and stuff, and meet more people and stuff like that. That's really when things started to move a lot faster.
Okay. What's your future goals looking like, over the next year to 3 years,
I mean, really, like, my future goals kind of, right now, I'm, like, really just working on improving my videography and making strides towards making, like, higher quality, higher production valued videos and stuff. And then, like, at the same time, I got this warehouse that I'm working on, like, building sets and renting it out on Peer Space and, like, yeah, so.
That's dope. So really trying to become more of like a director and like professional and like.
Yeah, really just starting to get projects that mean more and are bigger and like that I can really put, that I'm really gonna have more effort to put into it, or not effort, but I'm gonna have more time and like, it's gonna be more like, basically just like, better than just these run and gun videos that I feel like I've been putting out.
That makes sense. What's like one piece of advice you would give a videographer?
Really?
If there was one thing you really like stand on you could think of, what would that be to help a videographer, you know, start out or come up in the rap industry or music?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna, like, a lot of people think you just pick up a camera and it's a quick process and all you gotta buy is this $1,000, $2,000 camera with a stock lens and you're gonna make it. Like, it's so many pieces of equipment and little tools that you gotta get, and it's like, really, if you're gonna get into it, you gotta be invested for the long term, because it's costly to keep grabbing new things and stuff like that. And it's like, also too, it takes your time and dedication. Like, sometimes you're gonna be sitting there for hours on end, all night editing, and that's really not that fun or exciting. So and yeah, really just, and pay attention to what you're doing, and everything comes with trial and error, like practice and everything.
Okay. What is there any like cities or states or just anywhere you want to like go work with some artists or just visit, or do you like what do you think?
I've been to a lot of cities.
Yeah.
And
what cities have you been? Have you done any music videos out of state? I know we were talking about, you said you did one.
New York, Los Angeles, Arizona, Vegas, Denver, Philadelphia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Atlanta.
Okay, so you've been across the U.S.
A lot of places, like a lot of different places.
Hell yeah.
So
that's dope. What was your favorite place? Or like, where's a dream place you would want to live if you got rich as fuck, or when you do?
I don't know where I would live, because honestly, like, nowhere is really like that amazing to move somewhere. Like, for me to move from where I'm at now, because like I like Chicago. Like, it's got its ups and downs and good and bad things, but like when I go other places, I get real homesick, and I don't always like the way of, like, just the way things are out there. It'll be like little things that are different that I just, like.
I've noticed that just even being out here.
Yeah.
There's little shit that's just different.
But yeah. So, but I like New York is one of my favorite places to go.
I've never been to New York. I really want to go.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. It's such a big city.
New York's even bigger than Chicago, so.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's like 5 Chicago's.
Really? It's that big?
Like, at least from like my perspective, I've only been there a couple times, but like, just thinking about how big it is when I go through Chicago, and then how far I felt like I was going through there, it seems like a big difference.
How long of a drive is it from here, New York?
It's like 12 hours.
Okay. Is New York pretty like, can you drive through that city? I feel like, just in my head, from what I've seen on movies and stuff, like, it's so packed with like.
I mean, it's like the side streets are very cluttered, and like they're narrow one ways, one lane. So like, you will, depending on the time of day, you'll get like caught. But like, for the most part, when I was on the E-ways and stuff, it felt like it was moving kind of good.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like what I think about in my head, from what I've seen on movies and stuff, like those downtown streets, I could see just being so packed, and like you're not getting through there for hours. Anyways, let's dive back in your story. So, what was the first video that you shot that hit 1 million views?
Exposed Me.
How was that when you, like, what was that moment like for you when you seen that a video you created or shot like hit 1 million views?
I really didn't think any of my videos would have hit 1 million views. Like, it was like I did so many for a long time that it was like, you just, but then it was like, I don't know, it was something about that song that like, when I left the shoot, I knew it was gonna go up.
Yeah.
And then it was like, but it definitely exceeded what I thought it was gonna do. Like, I woke up in the morning, like, after Doc posted it, and like, it was just like, it was crazy. Like, all the notifications and everything. Like,
was that the first video you guys shot? Or
no, I shot with Doc.
Yeah, or just with
Doc. That was, I think, like the second video I shot with Doc.
Oh, okay.
The other video I shot was a feature with Lil Chris.
How did that connection come together with Fbg Doc?
Really, because Lil Chris, like I had ran into him at another shoot I was at, and we were talking and stuff, and he had me come shoot a couple of videos for him, and like him and Duck were real tight, like, you know, always been real tight.
Yeah.
And so, like one day he wanted to shoot his feature with Duck, and he asked me to do it, and then from there, that's like how I met Duck, and then.
Man, talk about like taking advantage of opportunities like that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, why is it important to, you know, make sure you're networking and showing up to video shoots or going to studios and just like being there when it counts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like taking advantage of opportunities like that.
And just kind of being genuine towards people and stuff
Right.
that, you know, it all puts things into play.
No, that's real. That's real. Okay. And, okay, so moving forward, would you say Lyrical Lemonade inspired you or Cole Bennett inspired you in any way? Because I'm pretty sure he's from out here, right?
I definitely look at his videos and I think like they're dope and everything.
Yeah.
Like, and I like his ideas and like, yeah, I would like to do things like that. But like when I started, was he necessarily my inspiration? No, he wasn't my inspiration to like start. But
Right.
yeah, I definitely see things he does and it's like.
Who are some dream collaborations, like artist-wise? Who would you want to shoot music videos for?
I mean, I would like to shoot a video for like Project Pat at one point, maybe Juicy J or something like that. That'd be cool, just like, or like DJ Paul, because I always listened to 3 6 Mafia growing up, or like,
That would be,
you know, that'd be like something that would be cool for me, fulfilling, I guess you would say.
Okay, that makes sense. Say you're jamming a road trip out of state or something. What are like 3 songs or albums like you're listening to?
I mean, to be honest, I'll probably listen to like stuff that's hot right then. There'll probably be, depending on who I'm on the road trip with, it'll, like, I don't know, it'll just be a collection of music that I listen to over time. I couldn't say it'll necessarily be specific people.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you heard of any Denver rappers or Colorado rappers?
No, I haven't heard of any, like, and that's not like me being bogus or anything, like, I just haven't heard any, well, I mean, like, other than the 2 girls that I shot a video for out there, I never heard, like, a Denver rapper, I guess. Maybe I have, but I haven't, like,
Right.
you know.
Definitely should tap in.
Yeah, I have to look into it.
Yeah. Because I feel like we got a bubbling scene, like a lot of upcoming talent. Yeah. Man, this has been a legendary interview, and I really appreciate you for,
Most
you know,
definitely.
fucking with me. Is there any other platforms you would want to do interviews with, like any major platforms or anything like that? Or is it kind of just like you just go with the vibes type shit, whatever?
I just would interview with certain people who ask, depending on like what the interview's about and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
What kind of advice would you give me, like as an interviewer?
As an interviewer? I mean, I don't know. I'm not an interviewer.
All right. What about like, what kind of advice could you give me as far as like quality-wise for like cameras and stuff like that? Because I feel like that's one area I need to improve.
Yeah, just I really would just like look at what, like, YouTube is a great tool for that, you know, like it's certain things that you should understand, like ISO, shutter speed, white balance and stuff like that to get a good image.
Okay. My boy A1 is in Chicago too, shout out A1. He wanted me to ask you what kind of camera you use.
Right.
If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. Right now I use a Sony A7S III, but before that I used a Sony A7 Mark III.
He was asking also what video or what camera you use for the Lil Moe video.
Which one?
Yeah.
I use my A7 Mark III on most of them.
He said, if I miss interview, please just ask what camera he uses for Lil Moe and Rooga videos.
Oh yeah, I use it. Is that A1 Visuals?
Hey A1, no, he's from Denver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I use a Sony A7 Mark III or a Sony A7S III.
What kind of, like, who's upcoming in Chicago right now in the rap scene? Like,
I mean,
who are you listening to right now that's coming up?
Lil Moe, he's got a lot of stuff that's gonna come out that's real hot. Rooga, he's on fire with a lot of stuff.
Facts, he's been going stupid.
Yeah. Fbg, he's been coming up, Yeah, it's like there's a lot of people in Chicago that got a lot of things, got good things going for them music wise.
How would you grade like the videography scene in Chicago? Would you say it's pretty high up there, when you're comparing it to other cities and stuff like that?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Because I could see when I see LA and their productions, they're much more high end than
Straight
ours,
movies, yeah.
But it's like a certain characteristic that we have, like in Chicago, that is different. And I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cameramen I know in Chicago and stuff, and like that we've heard of before, and like I don't know if it's because I'm from here and I pay attention to the music scene here more, or if it's like we have like the cameraman here are like more known in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that might just be regionally, but.
Yeah. Well, I feel like from my perspective, from an outside perspective, and like coming from Denver, like I look at like Chicago, New York, LA, like pretty similar, you know what I'm saying? Because Denver's pretty small, like I think we're like the 20th biggest city or something, and Chicago's what, like the 4th or something?
Third.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th or something crazy. So yeah, like from my perspective, Chicago's definitely like up there as far as like quality production and
like as far as the run and gun videos go, like I feel like that really was like established kind of as like a Chicago thing that kind of went everywhere else at a point, like
yeah. What do you think about the fact that Chicago swag kind of like it really went across the U.S. like in all these different cities with people talking
like the
about
lingo and
the lingo, like the swag, like
slang or whatever. Like it's crazy. But then again, things come from everywhere. Like,
true. That is true.
Some things just go across. Like I don't know where a lot of the stuff started, but like they say different words. Like dot, I don't know. They say that started in Chicago. Then people said that came from somewhere else or Atlanta or something, and it's like.
I know people do always say that. Like even like Houston, Atlanta, people be saying like, we started first. No, we started. Yeah, like
it's all the big cities think they started.
That's facts. Like you like Phoenix? It's pretty warm. You like?
Yeah, I like it. It's warm. It's nice out there. Like, it's real nice in Arizona.
So are you tired of like the windy city or what?
Tired of the cold. I can't.
The cold?
Like, I just hate the cold. Like all winter long, it's like you just feel like you can't do anything. Or like going outside is really a chore to like.
Facts.
Have to go outside.
It's like that in Denver too with the snow.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets colder here though. Like it dips down colder, but it's just more like snowy in Denver.
Yeah. No, it gets like below zero, real windy, real like bone chilling cold.
It might get like that once or twice in Denver.
But the snow, that's just bad.
See, I like Phoenix, but I can only go during the winter though, because if I feel like if I go during the summer, it's way too hot, like 100 degrees, like I don't know. All right, man, it's been a legendary interview. Do you have any like final thoughts, any shout outs, any last things you want to speak on?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, can I get a shout out for Mile High Minute one time?
Yeah, shout out Mile High Minute. Appreciate you coming to Chicago and rocking with me.
Hell yeah, that's love, man. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all go follow Billy on Instagram. You got Twitter too and everything?
Yeah, I got
YouTube.
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that.
Yeah.
It's just all my name, Billy Kauck.
Yeah, all links be in the description. Yeah, how do you pronounce your last name?
Kauck.
Oh, Kauck?
Yeah.
Because I was
Billy
like,
Kauck. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you already know. I'm dead. But yeah, man, make sure y'all go follow Billy Kauck on everything, all social media platforms, YouTube, all that. Go watch all the legendary music videos. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below. you want to see next on the Mile High Minute, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drop. Real quick too, when I thought, did you ever watch like Zach TV interviews?
Yeah, some of them.
Did you watch them like when did you kind of, because you live out here, so I'm assuming you probably caught on to those interviews.
I mean, I've seen a lot of them over time, like bits and pieces, people's, you know.
Do you feel like he helped the scene kind of grow?
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely think he brought, like, I think everybody that even even academics in a way kind of like shedded a light on Chicago that, you know, gave it like a big place in the music scene.
Do you think,
But like, yeah, I think Zach did a good job at
he seemed like he had a lot of positive energy with him. Like,
yeah,
really
I didn't know him personally. Like, I never met him.
No, yeah, he's a legend for sure.